Hey there, investors. Are you looking to grow your wealth but don't know where to start? Well, you're in luck because today I'm going to share with you 5 easy ways to invest $1,000 in the stock market and potentially double your money in just 12 months. I know it sounds too good to be true, but stick with me and I'll show you some strategies that have been proven to work. First, let's talk about the power of compound interest. When you invest your money in the stock market, it has the potential to earn interest on top of interest, which can lead to some pretty impressive returns over time. Of course, there are no guarantees, but with the right strategy, you can set yourself up for success. Now, before we dive into the different investment options, I want to make it clear that investing in the stock market always involves some level of risk. There's a chance you could lose some or all of your initial investment, so it's essential to do your research and never invest more than you can afford to lose. That being said, if you're willing to take on some risk, the potential rewards can be significant. So let's get started with our first option, index funds. Index funds are a type of investment that tracks a specific stock market index, like the S&P 500. They're a great way to diversify your portfolio and reduce your risk, because your money is spread out across a broad range of stocks. Plus, they're typically low cost and easy to understand, making them a great option for beginners. With $1,000, you can get started with a solid index fund and potentially earn returns of 7–10% per year, which could double your money in about 7–10 years. However, if you're looking to double your money in 12 months, you may need to consider other options. Another option to consider is dividend stocks. Dividend stocks are shares in companies that pay out a portion of their profits to shareholders on a regular basis. These stocks can provide a relatively stable source of income and tend to be less volatile than growth stocks. Some popular dividend stocks include Johnson & Johnson, Procter & Gamble, and Coca-Cola. With $1,000, you can invest in a few different dividend stocks and potentially earn a 4–6% dividend yield, which can help you grow your wealth over time. However, to double your money in 12 months, you'll likely need to focus on stocks with higher growth potential. Speaking of growth stocks, our next option is a growth stock ETF. A growth stock ETF is a fund that invests in a basket of stocks with high growth potential. These stocks tend to be more volatile than dividend stocks, but they also offer the potential for much higher returns. Some popular growth stock ETFs include the Vanguard Growth ETF and the iShares Russell 1000 Growth ETF. With $1,000, you can get started with a growth stock ETF and potentially earn returns of 10–15% per year, which could double your money in about 5–7 years. However, keep in mind that growth stocks can be more risky, so it's essential to do your research and never invest more than you can afford to lose. Another option to consider is a robo-advisor. A robo-advisor is a digital investment platform that uses algorithms to manage your portfolio and make investment decisions on your behalf. Robo-advisors are often low cost and easy to use, making them a great option for beginners. With $1,000, you can get started with a robo-advisor like Betterment or Wealthfront and potentially earn returns of 6–8% per year, which could double your money in about 9–12 years. However, some robo-advisors also offer more aggressive investment options, which could potentially double your money in 12 months. Finally, our last option is a peer-to-peer lending platform. A peer-to-peer lending platform is a website that allows you to lend money to individuals or small businesses, earning interest on your investment. Platforms like Lending Club and Prosper offer a range of investment options, from low-risk loans to higher-risk loans with higher potential returns. With $1,000, you can get started with a peer-to-peer lending platform and potentially earn returns of 6–12% per year, which could double your money in about 6–12 years. However, keep in mind that peer-to-peer lending involves some level of risk, so it's essential to do your research and never invest more than you can afford to lose. Now I know what you're thinking. What's the best way to double my money in 12 months? Well, the truth is, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. The best investment strategy for you will depend on your individual financial goals, risk tolerance, and time horizon. However, if you're looking to double your money in 12 months, you may need to consider more aggressive investment options, such as growth stocks or a robo-advisor with an aggressive investment portfolio. It's also important to keep in mind that investing in the stock market always involves some level of risk, and there are no guarantees of returns. However, with the right strategy and a bit of patience, you can set yourself up for success and potentially earn some impressive returns. So don't be afraid to take the leap and start investing today. Remember, the key to successful investing is to start early, be consistent, and never stop learning. In conclusion, investing $1,000 in the stock market can be a great way to grow your wealth. And with the right strategy, you can potentially double your money in 12 months. Whether you choose to invest in index funds, dividend stocks, growth stock ETFs, a robo-advisor, or a peer-to-peer lending platform, the most important thing is to get started and be consistent. So, what are you waiting for? Take the first step towards building your wealth today and potentially double your money in 12 months. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.